Alrighty, go live. Go live. We're live. We're live. It's Monday. How's it going, everybody? I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary. Today we're going to do a AMA that has a college theme, but it is what it is. Anything goes within reason. I know you people. I know my audience. And off camera tonight we have the lovely Jen.
Hola.
Who doesn't want to be on camera.
You do not. Because I look like Miss Frisk on the Magic School Bus.
But she wants her own YouTube channel, so go figure that one. Well, eventually. Because she's going to talk about what on your YouTube channel?
About the difference between chronic illness and regular illness, and how to advocate for yourself and how to keep yourself alive while waiting for Social Security.
In other words, she's going to focus on Social Security stuff while you're sick. That about sums it up.
How to not die.
How to keep yourself alive. How's it going, Diana? Seems like it's been a long time. Kinda. I wasn't on last week because of the holiday, and everybody talked me into taking it off, which I never take.
He had a great time.
I never take holidays off. But anyway, but yeah. So Jan needs to speak up.
I don't wanna. Okay.
Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be talking about college and writing and all that other good stuff.
I just figured you'd repeat my question.
I can try that, I guess. I'm almost finished with my screenplay, but of course, then it will need to be edited. That is the fun part of writing anything, is editing. Actually, everybody's been working hard here to help me wrap up Shadow so I can get it published. I would love to get it done this week. In fact, I have scheduled a ton of time to work on the book. So we're looking at, if not this weekend, then definitely next. I'm pretty excited for it.
So excited.
And I would love to dive into the screenplays, but God, there's... So I tried scheduling my time this week and trying to figure out how I can get more time for Crossing Colorado's YouTube channel and blog. I'm like, there's none. Mostly because I'm working on the book. So Sam says I only have like 2 chapters left, which is kind of a bummer because I was going to I'm not rewriting the ending, but adding a lot to it that you guys probably aren't going to be able to read. It's going to be a surprise. I know, you actually have to buy the book. Oh my god.
Rude.
Actually, you guys are getting free books anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm excited for tonight's topic. Awesome. The book is way more important. Yeah, I figured as much. Like I've got a chunk of time right after college tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'm planning on doing a writing sprint 10:30, which I'm going to spend 2 hours working on the book. And then I have another 2-hour block of time right after that. So, and then Thursday, I have time set aside, and Friday. So all week I'll be working on the book. So I can go reread before you publish. Not unless I kick you guys off.
He's so mean.
I kick you guys, kick you guys
So
off
mean.
of Reedsy. Boom. Now you have to read it. And you know, I always buy the first book. No, you don't. I do. She still thinks she has the first book to Kingmaker. No.
The first book.
I have a $150 microphone over here. Do not squirt water this way.
I would not. I will hit you.
Let's see. I try. Yeah, well, I usually, as soon as that goes live, that's why I buy it. So
I'm getting the first book.
We shall see. I should start numbering them first. So everybody knows. Well, that one there is the first copy of Kingmaker. And the first copy of Freelancer's Tale. So I get them all. Mostly because I sit there and wait for it. As soon as, because Amazon tells you when it goes live. And so I immediately jump on and buy it. I pay full price for my books. What? Anywho, so what's everybody else doing tonight? Don't all speak at once. And then it shuts up all at once. Anywho, I guess I guess we can start jumping into questions if y'all have any. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's start.
So many questions.
Jen has so many
I have
questions.
so many questions.
Start.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's question number one?
Okay. Question number one is you have decided to now do in-person classes versus online classes, and you do have a component where some of it is online, correct? So at this point, having been a few weeks in, which do you prefer and why?
Okay, so for those who couldn't hear, I have both online classes and in-person classes, and she's asking me which one I prefer and why. Well, I like them both for completely two different reasons, I think. I like the in-person classes because I need to get out of the house more often, and it puts me, in the midst of a bunch of students, even though they're half my age. Even the professors, like, I think Harabeth's probably her age. But no, I like interacting with people. I've never been a big social media fan. I'm like, it's really hard for me to maintain a social media account because I just don't give a shit. When you see my my accounts go active, it's because I spend about an hour on a Friday scheduling content for the rest of the week because I'm not a big social media person. I'd rather be in person to interact with people. Now, the online courses I love because it seems like this professor has the courses structured better and is actually maintaining. I can see where my grades are at any given time. The in person one doesn't. And I love quantifying data. And so when I see that I'm at 95.67% today, because I keep missing one freaking question on every damn exam, I like to see where I stand. So that way I know what I need to work on. The in-person class doesn't have that. However, I am getting to be quite the fixture in the in-person class, and people are looking to me for unique input because I'm the only Gen Xer in there. So I have a different perspective than a lot of people.
Let's lean into that because I have questions follow-up.
No, that's what Sam was saying is, but you bring a new perspective to the demographic. Yeah.
So, what does that look like? You were talking about all these people being younger than you. When you're in the midst of a conversation, what is it that you're bringing to the table that's different?
Experience. None of these kids have the life experience I do, and
Is that
so
playing out in a conversation?
yeah, actually, it's like the Oreo commercial I showed you. There's an Oreo commercial. It's great. There's a couple of them that are banned commercials. Anyway, it's this commercial of a kid that follows him throughout his adult life into his 80s, where he sits there and licks the cream out of an Oreo cookie every time. And all of a sudden, he opens up the cookie and goes licking it. It's chocolate, and so some people were like offended that was racist. Like, but I saw it as an old man who was set in his ways and something changed. And after he licked it, he said, "Never mind, it's all good." And so that to me is more of a thing of, it had nothing to do with racism. It was just a crotchety old man yelling at clouds. And the one thing I brought up in that during that class was sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. And not everything has to be related to racism. Sometimes it's just a grumpy old man not wanting chocolate on his Oreo. And then after eating it, decided that he liked it. Now, the Korean commercial, on the other hand, that one was blatantly racist.
Horrific.
You have to, if you want to see something that scares the shit out of you, look up A Korean laundry soap banned commercial, and
It's awful.
yeah, it's bad, really bad. Diana says, I can relate, Michael. In my classes, most people were Gen Z. Yeah, I think Diana's millennial. So there's such, it's interesting that there's such a big gap between all the different generations than there were before.
I was Gen X in my college grade.
You're millennial.
I'm not.
So Sam.
No, she's not.
You guys are millennials.
We're Gen X. Relax.
You don't want. I don't want to be a millennial.
Gen X.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Anyway, hey, tell us something unexpected that you've learned from each of your classes so far.
Something unexpected that I've learned from my classes so far.
Each individual.
This one's actually, I think I did in a video, but even the professor or the instructor was like liked my comment on it, that like, so we're talking about rhetorical stuff, and in the past I figured I'm not. In the past, I always associated rhetorical with a negative connotation to it, or rhetorical nonsense. But rhetoric isn't negative or positive. It is essentially conversation, and so it was cool to see that in the very first week or two. I'm reading through it. I'm like, oh, so it's not entirely negative. It's neither. So that was it was quite surprising, because I always thought it was it had more of a negative spin to it. You know, people use it as much for negative for a negative aspect on a conversation nowadays, but initially it's not negative or positive.
Which class was that?
English comp.
What about your other class?
My other class, apparently I do have some awesome insights to the stories, and the professor likes it. I get compliments on it all the time. Great points, because we were talking about the so like this last one, for example, was an episode of Merlin, and one thing that nobody brought up but me was how his dad was willing to sacrifice himself to fight the Black Knight and save Arthur's life. And no one thought of it that way. They were like, oh, courage and magic and all this other good shit. But I saw it as a father protecting his child. So
yeah, I definitely wouldn't see that.
Yeah, and a lot of them didn't, and nobody. I was the only one that commented on that, and even one of my replies was somebody that said that they never thought of it that way. Because I did. We had to do the episode of Merlin Excalibur, and we had to read The Veldt by Raymond Bradbury. Ray Bradbury. That was an awesome tale. Somebody brought up that it could be also horror, which I can see, because his parents get eaten at the end. Spoiler alert, if you haven't read it, it's 1950, 72 or 75 years later. But like, my position on it was, one told the story of letting technology raise your kids, while the other one, or neglecting your kids, while the other one was protecting your kids. So they were opposite storylines. So anyway, yeah, it's different. We get the different viewpoints of everybody, and I made a comment on one last week about how it's kind of fascinating to see just how everybody has a different perspective on the same story. People will see and pick out things that relates to them, which goes to demonstrate what I've talked about before, that writing a good book is subjective. You're not going to please 100% of the people 100% of the time, and people will get out of it what they get out of it.
I feel like you can 100% of the people are young.
Some, yeah, and some people are just dumb. It's true. Let's see. Diana says, I also came from a different field, architecture. One other grad student had a physics degree. One had a psychology degree, etc. Yeah, that's like in my English comp class. It's a core class, so everybody has to take it. And I have engineers in there, psychologists, doctors, or people that are working towards their degrees and stuff. So it's kind of a wide swath of people who are going for different degrees. I think I'm the only one in this class, in the in-person class, that's actually going for English or creative writing.
What about your online class?
The online class, I don't know. I don't know them all that well. It's online, so there's really not a lot of personal interaction, aside from the replies and all that. But from what I gather, it's a mixture. It's a mixed bag. So I probably won't get to meet more actual writers until much later, when I start taking more of the advanced classes.
That's true. What has most frustrated you with your in-person and
So what has most frustrating
with each individual?
with the online and the in-person? Real quick, so there's a doctor getting a master's in creative writing? No. English comp is a core class, so everybody has to take it.
He hasn't got to the fancy classes.
I haven't got to my fancy ones yet. So, and I am planning on taking all of the archaeology classes, the anthropology classes. The anthropology classes look fucking awesome. So I want to take those just for the hell of it. Anyway, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Okay, what has most frustrated you?
Oh, frustrating me. What has most frustrated me in either of the classes? Well, like I said, the grade thing. For like on Canvas, she doesn't post the grades. So I have no idea where I stand. I don't know if I'm getting an A or an F or what. I hate that. I hate not knowing. So that is frustrating. I think this is my instructor's first year because she's exceptionally nervous and she's loosened up quite a bit in the last few weeks. But the first week, oh no, that was hard. That was rough on everybody. But she seems to be getting to her groove. But I am frustrated that they don't post grades on Canvas, or that she doesn't. And so I have no idea where I stand. So I hate not knowing. As for the online class, she had a rocky start at first as well. I had to remind her a couple of times to post stuff that she said was there that wasn't. I haven't used Lockdown Browser. That is frustrating. I can see why they use it. It's a distraction-free platform that blocks fucking everything. Even my second monitor will get a blue screen, so you can't see it. The command key on for PCs doesn't work. Copy and paste doesn't work, which means I have to hand type this long ass 15 character advanced freaking password every time I log in. It's a pain in the ass because you can't copy and paste in Lockdown. You can't alt tab out of it, can't minimize it. It prevents you from cheating. Of course, I can always load up a laptop or a tablet and cheat that way, but I don't. I have a blog post coming out on Wednesday about Lockdown. I can't even get screenshots of it, so I can't even show you how it works because it stops fucking everything. Can't print screen, can't control, or it disables. It shut down Slack, which I have to use for work. It shut down Steam, which is my gaming thing. The only reason why I think it shut down Steam is because you can chat through it and because of the forums. Doesn't disable the email. The email still works. It took out Lightshot, so I can't do any screenshots on anything. So I was going to do a screenshot of Lockdown and show you how basic it is, but nope, can't do that. I had to take a picture for the blog post. I had to take a picture of the monitor to show what it looks to show that logo.
Have they had you do a paper yet that you had to feed through anti-plagiarism software?
No.
It's fun.
She wanted us to, I guess, upload a file for the weekly thing. on Sunday, and that's all I did. So I uploaded it yesterday.
It's common.
But yeah, I use anti-plagiarism stuff all the time. So I use Copyspace, Copyscape. Copyscape has a free online plagiarism checker. You can compare blog posts against each other, and I used to use it quite a bit when I first hired my writers. And I told them, okay, well, we need an article like this, but I need it rewritten in your voice, add some more to it, dive deeper into the topic to outdo the competition. And so I'd compare their article versus what they're using as a base. And if it was over 10% copied, I would make them rewrite it. I mean, there's some things. Well, yeah, there's some things that are going to be the same, like names and places and shit like that. There's going to be some information everybody's going to share. But if you're over 10% on copying when you're rewriting something, that is too much. So I don't take anything that's over 10%. Hi Neil, how's it going? Oh, I see. But if he's a doctor, seems like he wouldn't need to be in school unless he's switching fields. Well, these are people that are just beginning. This is the bachelor's program, so they have to start at the very beginning, just like everybody else. So I had like a
read and write. You can't be a medical doctor.
English comp. I mean, I'm going to be taking a math class. I'm hoping I can use this statistics class instead, because I would rock that one. But so you have to have math classes. And the anthropology class I wanted to take, or the credit is a mandatory. I want to do Lost Cities and Crystal Skulls, but there was a wait list on it. So
you get there.
God damn it.
Next term. There's always next term.
Neither does SNU. Nothing over 10%. See.
Yep.
So
it should be.
Yeah, Neil went to SNU, so
that's where Sam's going.
That's where Sam's at. Yeah.
Okay. So I heard that you had a very college experience this last week. A very college experience in that you noticed something in your classroom happening, and when it started to happen to you, you were late for class, but you weren't worried about it.
What?
It involved caffeine.
What, standing in at the...
How long did we wait?
Oh my God. So we stood at Einstein Bagel for 25 minutes. Not only did they not make our shit, there was like 2 people we were before that got their shit and left. And then the other one lady had to tell the other lady, okay, this is their drinks. Like, yeah, we've been waiting. And not only did it take them 25 minutes to make 2 coffees as opposed to the 4 or 5 people that went after us, but they got our order wrong. All the way wrong.
And then he was late for class because he waited for his coffee.
Luckily, though, I walked in and she was just taking roll call. So I'm here. I was here a half hour ago.
You're doing roll call. How many classes can you miss and not fail?
I don't know. I've never missed one.
Can you do some of
No.
this?
I like to be surprised.
That's not good with college. Tell him to read his syllabus, people.
I read it. I just didn't pay attention to the missing classes. I think it's like 3 days.
They have a new mandatory.
I don't know. I don't plan on missing any. I mean, we're even leaving when we go to Bangor. We're going to be back in time for me to go class anyway. So.
You can get on the plane.
Right. So, yeah.
What if you're sick? Like this week?
Oh, she even tells us if you're sick, just send her a text and don't bother coming in because she doesn't want to get everybody sick. But I'm never sick, so it doesn't matter. Because I'm immortal. Anyway, what else we got? Anybody else have any questions? Yeah, nobody else is saying anything. How do I feel about the parking situation? Oh, the money for the parking? So oh my God. So Denver, if no one's been to lower downtown Denver, it is almost impossible to find anywhere to fucking park that's not going to charge you $7 for a half hour. So, luckily we can use Jen's handicap sticker. And I think ours is like 4 something for
$4.25
for an
an
hour.
hour.
An hour. $4.25 an hour.
Which is still highway robbery.
Yeah. Or I could pay. I was telling her, I could just park way the fuck out in the boonies and use one of those rental bikes. Zip down to class.
You could pay the college fee to park.
Oh yeah, the car. What was the total college? Like 700 and
six
something.
for the term. Yeah.
$600 for the term for fucking parking. I'll hitchhike before I pay that. A fucking Uber every day if I have to.
So, did you get a backpack yet?
I don't have a backpack. Nope, I have a Target tablet bag that doesn't have a tablet in it. I'll catch the replay on what I missed. You didn't miss much, Neo. Are you taking classes during the day or just in the evening? I am taking my English comp is at 9:30, and then the online courses whenever the hell I feel like doing it. And today I started at 3. No. Oh yeah, I did. I started at 3:30. I watched the video. She hasn't posted the reply stuff yet, so I can't do it. So watching the video was kind of pointless. And then I read a chapter for my class for tomorrow. So, just the one in the day at 9:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays until 10:45. So an hour and 15. But it's a 45-minute drive there and a 45-minute drive back. So I spend more time on the road than I do in class.
Do you feel like you're spending more time on coursework than you had anticipated?
Do I spend more time on coursework than anticipated? Actually, I spend less. I thought I was going to chew up, like I set up 2-hour blocks of time every day, Monday through Friday, to work on schoolwork. Aside from watching the 45-minute episode of Merlin, which was a great show, by the way, it doesn't take me very long at all to do the classwork, like wicked fast. So even when I have to write my what are they called? My starts with an R. God dang it, hold on. When I have to write my what? They are reflections. Is that what it is? It's a reflection.
Discussion post. Yeah.
No. My reflection for English comp.
For the reading.
Just about what I learned, I guess. Self-reflection. So when I do the self-reflection stuff, it took me 10 minutes.
Writing your stream of consciousness.
Yeah, because I'm wicked fucking fast, and I've been doing this for 10 years.
You're very cute.
Oh. Just gotta rock this shit, baby. Okay.
Is there anything that's bored you so far? That could be done differently.
Is there anything that's bored me so far? No. I'm actually, even though the in-person class, she's new, like I said, and she's lost her train of thought a few times, but she's not boring. Just new. Yeah. So I wouldn't say she's boring. I was really, like, last Thursday, I was really focused on it. So she's a good speaker, and she's when she gets going, she's really good. It just she's still having a hard time getting her groove, and so she's nervous. So and as for the online class, no, I loved that Merlin episode was awesome. I love reading. We read The Velt last week. Love Ray Bradbury anyway. And today I haven't. Well, this week we're working on horror and supernatural, so I'm all jazzed. We get to read something and watch something, so I'm doing that tomorrow. Remember what we I have to look it up because I don't know if I have. I might have to look it up on Tubi. Where's my? So this week will be supernatural and horror. Bam. La Llorona and Bluebeard, and then watch What We Do in the Shadows. It's a vampire show or vampire movie. So, trigger warnings: deaths of children in La Llorona, murder in Bluebeard, Vampire killings, blood, and gore in What We Do in the Shadows.
Heck yeah.
That's what I write, baby. So no, no boredom here at all. Let's see. Yep, this is why I take Lyft every day. I'm not crazy, and yeah. It's stupid. Parking in Denver is dumb. Technically, the online course has a Thursday post day. Yeah, so does ours. Here in CU, it's almost identical to what SNU has. We have to do our initial posts on Thursday night by midnight, and then respond to 3 people by Sunday. It seems to be a pretty set thing.
Yeah. Online classes are set up.
Yeah.
Are you ready for quantitative question?
Well, quantitative question. Oh, now we're getting all kinds of advanced here.
Well, I'm curious.
All right.
You figured out how many hours of instruction you're getting per week, and then figure out based on your tuition rate and taking a look at like what it is cost per hour for instruction, and then ask yourself, am I getting my money's worth, or do I need to transition to a different program?
So you know what's awfully silly is because I record everything in a spreadsheet. I could tell you right now how much it breaks down per hour.
I want it. Give me the data.
You really want me? Let's see. So today I spent 101 minutes. Let me bust out the calculator. Okay, so
how much is your tuition for 16 weeks?
About $28.16 per day. So 28 cents a minute. Yeah.
Are you getting your money's worth?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang for your buck.
For this one, yeah. Yeah. I think the money's been worth it.
Did you have to pay for your books?
Oh yeah. Did I have to pay for my books? So the book for my English comp class, apparently the publisher didn't send any to the school, so you have to buy them directly. Unfortunately, nobody has printed copies, so you have to buy the ebook or rent it. So I'm renting an ebook for $40 until February. Bullshit. So the online course, though, it's storytelling through literature, film, and TV. She uploads the stories that we can read on Canvas. And then she has a link to, like last week, the link to Merlin was from Tubi. That's the free TV platform. Has commercials all through it, so it pissed me off. Every 10 minutes was a commercial. God, how much I hate commercials. I haven't watched live television in almost 2 decades. So What We Do in the Shadows, I think might be on Netflix, but I'll have to look it up because I pay for everything. Like I have all these services, so it's got to be on there somewhere.
You'll find it.
Oh yeah.
I believe in you.
If not, I'll just rent it, I guess. But it even says in the curriculum that we might have to rent movies or television episodes. A lot of them are available on Amazon for like 99 cents. So instead of like books and shit, we just pay for entertainment.
Has it been hard to add a part-time course load into your hectic schedule and your chaos-ridden life, or do you think you'll move into full-time next term?
Okay, so the question was, has it been difficult to incorporate part-time schoolwork into my stupidly chaotic lifestyle, and could I do full-time next term? Unless the YouTube channel and the blog can bring in $160 a day, I can't do full-time. I have to pay the mortgage, which means I still have to work with clients. I am doing everything I can to retire from freelance writing, but until then, there's no way I can do full-time. I just have too much going on between, well, this week, a lot of my time is going to be spent publishing Shadows. And then I've got the client work that I have to do, and then I'm not sure what else after that. So I got distracted. Blog posts and videos that I would like to make.
Museum.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to the museum on Friday. So unless something major changes, I'm able to pay for everything from the blog and YouTube channels, and blogs plural, because I have like several.
Would you like to go to school full-time?
I would actually. I would like to go school full time. I keep thinking, at this rate, it's going to take me 6 years to get my bachelor's degree. It's going to take another 10 before I can get my PhD.
Well, you can actually go through the summer, and so it won't take as long.
It's like everybody says you can get your bachelor's in 4. I'll do it in 2.
Burnout is a thing.
I can do it though.
Okay, tell us what's the funniest, most enjoyable thing that's happened to you since starting school, and I mean as far as school is
So the
in
funniest,
classroom, outside,
most enjoyable thing that's happened to me in school so far.
on campus, online, with comments, whatever it is.
I don't. It's only been 3 weeks. I don't know if I have anything funny.
You come home and have funny stories.
Well, I thought the Korean commercial was one of the best moments. Everybody's like, holy shit. Like, yeah, that was blatantly racist. As for online, I don't think anything funny's happened online because, we're not really interactive that much.
What does it look like when you're interacting?
Just replying to each other's comments and saying nice points of view, and I didn't think of it that way, and stuff like that.
Are you blowing smoke?
No, I actually leave a lot of comments behind, comparing their view to something that I've seen growing up. Like, we're talking about hubris, and the professor's view on hubris was a good example was Titanic, the ship that God couldn't sink. And I made the comment to somebody else about in Star Wars. You had all these motherfuckers that were thinking that the Death Star was the ultimate weapon in the universe. Darth Vader never did. And I said, probably because he knew that eventually the rebels were going to destroy it. In fact, he even tells them the ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Did you say that at school?
I wrote that.
Online?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
So she thought it was awesome. So.
Do you like Do
I like my Do I like my what? I'm guessing she asked if I like my professors. Yeah. Aside from the one that is like exceptionally new, I'm not gonna hold that against her. She does really well. She's very clear spoken. Yeah, she does a fairly decent job. The online, we only ever get to interact with her when she's making the video for the wrap ups and some of the announcements. She doesn't like being on camera, so. But yeah, I like both of them so far.
Any problems that you've noticed with your classmates?
Any problems with my classmates? No. Yeah, I can't think of any problems with any of them.
Do you find class okay?
Do I find class okay?
Did you find it?
Did I find my class okay? Like location wise? Yeah, actually, amazingly. Like I thought I was in the wrong building at first. I just kept walking and kept walking. I'm like, oh hey, here's some numbers. There's a bathroom. And I figured out that I went in the wrong door. If I would go into the door that's way over here, my classroom is right there. So,
wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it wasn't very hard to find at all. The desks are weird. They're mobile. Like the desks are on wheels, and the tops of the desks move around and shit. Like I bet to accommodate for larger people. But it's like I first sat in it and I've like slid across the room. I tried to put my book down on right, and it's going over here. Like it took me a minute to figure out how to write on my book without having the desk fucking move everywhere. Like I remember when the desk was a single piece. In fact, I remember flip top desks where we have our shit on the inside, just boom. We had those ones with the pockets in it. Yeah, we put shit in there.
So the reason they have wheels now is because the pedagogy has changed. So now you can have small group discussions and circle discussions.
That's what we did last week.
Stuff like that.
I kind of went a little hog wild with it. I kept spinning my desks around because I maneuvered my desk in front of everybody.
He's the problem.
And then when the teacher was asking, talking, and I'm going back to my group, and I was all over that classroom. I said,
ADHD. ADHD.
I was there. I was. Oh.
That's funny. Oh my god. Well, I lost my train of thought.
So yeah, the mobile desks was different. That was the first time ever sitting in a mobile desk.
Yeah,
so.
popular with the new pedagogy. That's why. Teaching styles mean that you didn't need those desks for that. You wanted to.
Yeah, it was like she wanted us in 4 groups to discuss. This is the day we talked about the racist commercials. And so I'd watch the commercial, then turn back to my group because I was up in front of everybody. Good evening, Mr. Bond. I make jokes like that in class, and so unfortunately, no. I am the class awesome guy. No, a class clown is more disruptive. My comedy is more I'm trying to think of I know time and place. That's the difference between a class clown and someone who earns respect.
An
entertainer. There you go. Like my teacher respects me because I don't just pop off whenever, except for the first day when she was talking about classes that taught people how to fill out a checkbook at the college level, and I lost it. I had to cover my mouth. Everybody, and a couple of people were looked at me and laughed because it blew me away. I'm like, who the fuck doesn't know how to fill out a checking book?
People under the age of 30.
So when she said that, I'm like,
Wow.
So, but aside from that, I know time and place. I don't just pop off whenever, and I know how to read room. That hurt. She just chomped my.
She's chewing on you.
Yes, she bit my thumb.
Why?
Because it's a cloak.
Okay. How many weeks have you been in school
now? This will be week 4.
Right.
So almost a quarter of the way.
Do you think that you're gonna go through and get bachelor and
Okay, so the idea is to finish. I want to get my bachelor's. That's duh. I'm then immediately moving into the master's program, and then from there, I'm immediately jumping into the PhD. I want to get my PhD, and I'm thinking Edinburgh.
Yeah, Scotland.
Yeah, that or Harvard, just because of current events.
Because they're fabulous. They won, by the way.
Yes, you get the $2.6 billion back.
I love it.
So, but yeah, I'm definitely moving from bachelor's to master's to PhD. I don't think it's going to affect much of my lifestyle. I do what I love to do. I would love to make more money at it so I can retire from freelancing, but I love my job and I love creating content and stuff. So,
when you start collecting those initials, are you going to start teaching?
Am I going to start teaching when I start collecting initials? Yes, at the college level. I don't think I have the patience for kids. I think Dad's right in that regard. But I think I could teach adults who want to be there. I think I'd be really good at it.
So awesome. Dr. Brockbank. Professor Brockbank.
Dr. Detroit. So you can be a Harvard chick. Yep. Damn Skippy.
Nice.
But yeah, I would like to, I still think about setting up online courses on my website. So at this point, it'd probably be more of tailored towards setting up self-publishing, like do a self-publishing 101 type of course, or even with WordPress, because I'm quite the expert at WordPress. And so I think I could do some decent teaching for that to get my feet wet. So let's see. Hey, Michael, I feel bad about leaving my first job to be a full-time grad student. I just couldn't handle working full-time and taking classes. Of course, I found another great job, but I just feel bad about having that gap in my resume. My gap is bigger. God, you're 12. My last I-9 and W-2 that I filled out was from 2013 up until like
This year?
what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So I've got quite the gap. Seriously. That's what she said. And Neil, you're not helping her. Are you gonna piss yourself over there or what? Laughing emojis going up all over the place. Say lol, but you've been working this whole time. I've been working as a freelancer. According to the IRS, I haven't made anything. So that's a long story in and of itself.
We're not gonna put that out on YouTube, right?
No,
right?
no.
We're smarter than that.
Yes. But like I guess my resume has like freelancer on it for the longest time. So problem is that a lot of the work I do was ghostwriting. So I can't even point somebody to an article or anything because it was under somebody else's name. That's the shitty thing about being a ghostwriter, which is why I stopped being a ghostwriter. But yeah, anyway.
Have you been to the writing center yet?
No, the writing center, they're going to be there tomorrow, actually. They're going to be the first 15 minutes of class. She said she's going to have people from the writing center there talking about what they can offer and all that other good stuff. So Jen and Sam and I are the same. That's Neil.
We're all 12-year-old boys. Hey, you know what? It is what it is.
Okay, this isn't. I was about to get political.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway.
Oopsie. Bad cough.
We're not on a plane.
Bad cough.
Anywho. Yeah, it's that's the plan anyway. Is I think the last question was I found another good job about having. Don't feel bad about having gaps. Most employers are going to understand that, especially nowadays. Like about 20 years ago, it might have made a difference. A lot of employers probably would have balked at having such a missing section in your resume. But nowadays, a lot of them know, have more understanding, I would say, than before, especially in a freelancing gig. I mean, the gig world is massive, and so you have professionals that are hawking themselves off on LinkedIn all the time on just about everything. And so a lot of employers nowadays, if they're not keeping that in mind, then they weren't worth working for anyway. It means they're out of the loop. But yeah, so don't feel bad for missing work.
What are you most looking forward to?
What am I most looking forward to now? Publishing Shadows of Atlantic City next week.
For school. New York.
For school. Lost Civilizations and Crystal Skulls. I want to take that class so bad. They even had posters of it when we did our walkthrough. I'm like, man, when I looked it up, it was there was a waiting list. So as soon as it drops for probably in December.
No, it's not.
You know?
It's the end of October.
And at the end of October, register
January?
next.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you got a couple weeks.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna sit here with the clicker, ready to hit it. And even though it'll take me longer to get my degree at that point, I still think I'm gonna wind up taking all of the anthropology classes just because that's the kind of shit that I love to do. I've been wanting to be an archaeologist ever since Indiana Jones. So
you could feasibly teach in 2 different areas.
Yeah, well, if I take all the classes, that'll be a major. I can almost get a degree in that.
Double major, people do that all the time.
I might just wind up getting a degree in creative writing and anthropology. Just can you imagine the stories that shit's gonna spawn? Oh yeah. I've got books galore planned. Let's see. Yeah, lots of people have gaps in their resumes. Yep, they do. Companies are trying to have a higher retention rate. They aren't worried about the gaps. Yeah, they want to make sure that you're going to stick there. Okay, it's an issue of comparing myself to other people. I think, yeah, don't compare yourself to other people. You're only in competition with yourself.
It's like comparing bananas and flip flops.
Yeah. What? No. Depends on the context. What fits better on my feet? I would say flip flops.
It could be.
Have you ever tried to put a banana on your feet?
I have.
Oh, I don't have any. I was gonna throw a pill at you. Go ahead, try it.
I'm ready.
Anyway, never compare yourself to other people. I've tried to teach you guys that since day one. Just because I can write 1,000,000 words a year doesn't mean everybody can, and that doesn't make you any less of a writer. It just means that I've spent a large chunk of my life perfecting my ability. It didn't come overnight. So never compare yourself to myself or anybody else. You're in competition with yourself, no one else.
Because if he was comparing himself to Stephen King, he'd have
his little
fiddle out. His little fiddle. And not for lack of words, just for lack of sales.
That's like when I compare myself to Stephen King, it's more of a joke because he focuses, like in his on writing book, he even admits that he only writes about 2,000 words a day. He writes a chapter or 6 pages. He writes about 6 pages a day and then comes back to it the next day. I can do 2,000 words before breakfast. So the difference is not just quality, but the what I'm actually writing. Stephen King's working on a novel while I'm working on blog posts and client articles, copywriting. Then I get to work on my novel. So if I get to sit down and actually work for once to write, I can average anywhere between 6,000 and 8,000 words a day. But a lot of what I do nowadays doesn't involve writing. So kind of a bummer, but yeah, it is what it is, though.
Moving in the right direction.
Yeah. Let's see, only 2,000 words a day. Jeez. Yep, only. Well, he's like
rude.
So when I say only 2,000 words, that's because of how much I write, and so I know a lot of authors on Threads who get excited because they wrote. One chick got excited because she wrote 100 words. Like she got to finish a paragraph. So hey, if that's your goal, that's your goal. You're not doing it wrong. There is no right or wrong answer to being an author.
You have at school a 250 word
unless you're
minimum.
using AI.
250 word minimum, 500 word max for your
mine was
correct?
I think that first one was a little. Oh, that first one was 300 and something.
Stop blowing the curve for people like me.
I can write 500 words in like 5 minutes.
It's hard for me to put those 250 words together.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say that you guys are anything less. No, it's just that's I type at 70 words a minute at 100% accuracy. When my brain is writing, I have a constant flow of thought. I don't get writer's block. It's just bam. This is what I'm saying. So yeah, and a lot of people don't. There's a lot of authors don't that are on Threads. So it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means that I'm built different and I've spent the better part of my life perfecting my skill.
Are you glad you started school?
Am I glad I started school? Yes.
I'm so glad I talked to you.
Yes, she's glad she talked me into it.
Okay, so I have one more question.
Okay, Jen has one more question for me.
What is our motivational card of the day, and are we out of cards?
Not quite. Running low, but it's not card time yet. We still got 6 minutes.
I just want to know. Can I see it?
No.
Please?
Nope.
Can I see it?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope. There was some. Where were we? Was it Target?
Halloween?
Was it Spirit that had them, or was it Target?
Spirit had some good ones. Target had some.
One of them had a deck of cards.
Yes.
I can't remember which one it was.
I don't remember either.
I can't remember if we were Target or Spirit.
You know where we should go?
Spirit.
Barnes and Noble. And Spirit.
Well, we can go with Barnes and Noble too. I need some more notebooks.
And a backpack.
I bought this one.
Yeah, you did.
I bought this one the other day.
Spirit Halloween.
I think I'm gonna get another one just so I can use it for school. I don't know what I'm going to even write in it. I mean, even in pages.
Look, it's got
Check
gold
that shit
trim.
out. It's got gold trim. Yeah. It's only $15. I love notebooks.
How many notebooks do you have, Michael?
A lot. How many notebooks do I have? Up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just on that one shelf. That's not including about another 6 or 7 behind me on the bookshelf, and that crate that I still have to unload for the office stuff probably has another 20. And that's not including what's in storage. But it's gorgeous. I love it. I loved it too. Only $15. I think it's amazing. I want to go down and get another one so I can use it for classes.
Calling the truck guys back.
No. that yeah. I'll pack your shit up. Don't touch my notebooks. Anyway, anybody have any more questions, comments, concerns before we call it a night? And a fat girl in my lap. Oh, yeah, we got another 4 minutes. Go ahead. What else you got? Toss at me.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you feel comfortable getting up to go pee or get something to drink in the middle of class?
Do I feel comfortable about getting up and going pee or getting something to drink in the middle of class? At first, I wasn't sure how to adjust to that because last time no, because I sat in a classroom back in 2002. So at first I was like, do I like raise my hand and ask to go pee or do I just go? And everybody else just goes. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go. I'll hold it. So I'll wait until my bladder and my colon explode. I'm not leaving this seat.
Wow.
It's only an hour and 15 minutes. I can handle that.
You almost died on your way in.
That's
your bladder almost exploded.
Well, luckily, there's a bathroom just around the corner from my classroom. So, but yeah, I bring in my own coffee, and when it's done, I wait until class is over to get a drink or go to the bathroom.
Do you feel like your family and your friends are supportive of your new schedule in your life?
Do I feel that my friends and family are supportive of my new schedule in life? Yes. Yes, I do. I have quite a few supportive people in my life. Oddly, not the one I thought it would be. Dad. Dad doesn't think I'd make a good teacher.
He's dumb.
I think the reason why Dad said that though is because he does teach like 6th, 7th, 8th graders, and he's right. I don't have the patience for that.
I will. A lot of patience.
I'll throw a book at somebody.
Yeah.
You can't do that nowadays, but 30 years ago I could. But anybody batting an eye.
You better kiss that cat.
Will you little fucker shut the fuck up?
No, you're not allowed to do that. No.
So, but I think I could teach at the college level because, well, first of all, most of the adults that are there are paying tuition and want to be there to learn. And so it's not like in high school or middle school where the kids are just bored out of their fucking mind and done, and forced to go. The people that are in my classroom want to be there to get their degree. And so I think I could teach at the college level. I think I could probably teach at the college level now.
What are you going to do if you leave Maine? Are you going to go full online with Denver?
Oh, what am I going to do if I move to Maine? If Denver will let me, yes. I would like to finish my bachelor's degree with CU. And then when we get to the master's program, there's all kinds of Ivy League schools on the East Coast.
Right. And they have a whole host of new online and in-person classes.
So I would have, I think if I keep going the way I've been going, I can have my pick of wherever the fuck I want to go. So, but yeah, I would like to finish. I started with CU. I want to finish with CU. Yeah, I'm quite happy. I'm enjoying it. This is only week 4, but so far I'm having a great time. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what's next.
Are you glad you decided to do some in-person stuff?
Yes, oh, definitely. Am I excited to do some in-person stuff? Absolutely. Like with SNU, everything was going to be online, obviously, because that's New Hampshire, and I'm a far cry from New Hampshire. But like I could have taken quite a few of my online classes only from CU. In fact, CU's rhetoric, the rhetoric class was the entire thing was online for that degree. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get out of the house and intermingle with people. And even though they are half my age, a lot of them they're good kids. So I'm really glad that I decided to do in-person classes. Let's see. Neil says, I barely have patience to homeschool my kid, right? I'm telling you, I couldn't do it. I'm gonna smack it. I'm gonna take off a shoe. I'm start whacking people upside the head.
It's flip-flop time.
Diana says, I'm excited for you, Michael. Thank you very much. Do you want to eventually be a professor? I wouldn't, yeah. I think I could do it. I think it'd be something I could do. Yeah. Actually, yes. I enjoy teaching. I think that's a big part of why I have WriterSanctuary is not only was I documenting my progress as a freelance writer, but I wanted to help guide people to learn how to do what I did for a living, which is why most of you followed me in the first place. Is because most of you came here because of Text Broker, but I enjoy helping people get to where they want to be, and so that thrills me more than anything is to know that I help somebody get to where they want to be in life. So I think I could, yeah, I think I'd be a great professor. Yeah, kids would love you. I don't know if they'd love me. I don't know. It depends. If they get me on the right day, maybe.
Your college kids would respect you.
Oh, the kids, yeah. The kids would love me, I think. The college kids.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be like Patch Adams. Because I'm
awesome.
just as much of a nut. So that's why I'm like, when I start going to do the PhD program, way to get a load of me.
And then instead of being crazy, you can just be eccentric.
Yeah,
Once you have a PhD.
That's it. I'm not crazy. I'm just eccentric.
Can I look at the card now?
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay. Last week's affirmation card is my writing voice has been shaped by my life experiences, the joy, the pain, the obstacles, and the lessons. It is my own, so I will never try to mimic the voice of someone else. I should have put that on. I don't think I put it on the community tab, which is a bummer because that's a good one.
This is a good one too.
Okay. This week's daily affirmation is, drum roll please. At least it didn't sound like a fart. It's a whole different ballgame when you have an audience. Or a live audience, I should say. Anyway, this week's daily affirmation is, I will not allow the plot twists of life to impede the progress of my work. Mm-hmm. Writing is my refuge, and with it, I can soar beyond any obstacles I may face. In fact, I went over that a couple of times last week. So, yeah, I will get that on the community tab tomorrow morning. Or probably. I'll try because I have to go to class. So we leave here at about 8:15, 8:30. This is a 45-minute drive. So I'll try to remember to get that in there. What?
Tomorrow's coffee day.
Tomorrow's coffee day?
I have to get stickers.
Oh, we have to get stickers from Dutch. So we have to leave a bit early. But anywho, there we go. That is the affirmation. I will not allow the plot twists of life to impede the progress of my work. Writing is my refuge, and with it, I can soar beyond any obstacles I may face. Which is true. I love writing. For me is very therapeutic. It is a refuge. It is an escape for me. Lets me control something in a world where I may not have any control. So, in a world that has gone absolutely apeshit, I can still sculpt something purely under my control. So it's very, very therapeutic. So, anywho, I think we'll wrap this up tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always hit me up on various social media platforms. I'm more active on Threads, Instagram, and obviously YouTube. YouTube messages get to me almost immediately. So, if you, or you can use the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website. And if you are an author and would like to have a Monday live interview, you can always use the contact form that's on WriterSanctuary.com as well, because I have two different ones. One's for the author interviews, and we can get you scheduled. Next week, I'm trying to work out who's going to be on next. We were going to try to get our Haro on this week, but he is still coaching for his kids, so we're going to try to figure out how we're going to get him on. I really would like to get him on because he'll be my first horror author, and I've got a lot of questions, especially why one of his R's is backwards on his brand. So I'm going to try to get him on as soon as I can, but we also have to get Greg Stout back on because his interview went straight to hell. So, and I got a couple more authors that are curious about getting on. So we're going to get some things lined up for the fall and winter. And if you want to be a part of it, fill out the form. Anywho, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'll see you next time. Sam and I will be on Crossing Colorado tomorrow on the website or on the YouTube channel or the podcast. I need to come up with a better outro. I think I've been so long since, because the outro I had before was awesome, but then I produced Kingmaker, and now there's all kinds of other things going on. So, anywho, love you guys. I'll see you next time. And yes, I will be making videos soon. Remember Hayakazen? Yes. We use the Hayakazen hashtag. Oh, it's been a while since we used it. I'll have to explain what Hayakazen is for Jen, but yeah. Some of you have been around that long. It's been a day. Don't forget to hit the like button. I remember the origin of that word. It was a combination of two words. Because it was a Zen thing. Zen. Yeah, Zen. But it was it was it's a I think it was a German word. Jugendsinn? No, Zen, but then Hüge. And we combined Hügezen. It was like a hashtag for a long time too. Anyway, I even got on and had Google say it for us. Anyway, I'm getting off now. Oh, Jesus.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
That was cardboard on cardboard violence. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the inside of my ears turned inside out.
It was an accident. Okay? Did I break you?
Yes, you broke me.
Sorry about that. It was an accident.